Hey, it's Lisa, and today I'm going to go over some Bobbi Brown, I guess you'd call my Bobbi Brown collection. Jennifer at Max Face to Adore, her and I have been discussing back and forth the gel eyeliner and whether it was better than the MAC. And my opinion is yes, it is. I still use MAC a lot just because I like the blitz and glitz because I just like that color. It isn't as black, as solid black. Since then I had tried Bobbi Brown. Let's see. I've got this black mauve that I got from them. I was trying to find a color that was almost black that I really liked. I'm not really crazy about this one. It's a little too just drab for me. But I've been using Bobbi Brown stuff. I got really into them about probably about 4 or 5 years ago. It was before we had a night counter. And one day I just kind of walked up and got them to try their claim to fame concealer on me, and kind of went from there, and just kind of went wild with it. So I thought today, since I've kind of experienced a lot of it, I'll go through some stuff that I have left. A lot of it I've given away just because I don't like to keep stuff if I don't want it. I just, once I decide I don't want it, I usually give it to my mom or, my cousins or something like that. So anyway, I am going to just go over some stuff that I have and tell you what I think, my opinion is on what's worth it, because it is a little bit more money. It's more than MAC. And what I don't think is any better than MAC or, even worth it, or stuff that I've had and haven't even used. That'll give you an idea. So the first things that I'll go over are the brushes. And I have tried to do this video, I think, 3 times, and I might even still have to do it in 2 different parts. But I want to really get across the things I like and what I don't, instead of going over each product. So I'll go ahead and tell you that I like the brushes. I think they're every bit as good as MAC. I have had these, some of them for 4 or 5 years. They wash just as well. They're just different shapes, and I didn't ever get the blush and the powder brush, I think, because I'd already had that Chanel collection, which I still use. But this one they sold me, it's the Face Blender. They sold it for the Shimmer Brick, and it's okay. I end up not really using it right now. But it's an okay brush. I mean, I guess you could even use it for a powder or anything else. Crease brush, I think it's too big for your crease. It's too big for my crease anyway. I like to use it for my Benefit powder flash. So it's real good, and I've even used it with liquid concealer like that, one that's in the tube, Moisture Blend, or whichever the MAC one is. It looks like it's in a lip gloss tube. Use that too. Touch-up brush, I must have been, this is one of those days I must have been desperate to buy something, because this is to touch up around your lips, like take a little bit of foundation and really perfect that lip line, which is a great concept, but you can see I have not been doing that. Their Ultrafine eyeliner brush. I bought this when I started getting their gel eyeliners. Good brush if you like this kind of brush. Since then, I use that Sonia Kashuk angled eyeliner brush. That's my favorite. Their foundation brush, love it. Bought my mom one. She still uses it. I use this off and on just when I feel like it. I've got the MAC one too. I think this one is smoother, softer, and better than the MAC 190 or whatever it is. Concealer brush. A lot of times I use this now as a lip brush because I don't really care for it for concealer. It's too skinny. It doesn't cover enough space, and it makes it streaky and hard to blend in. Bronzer brush. If you like this kind of bronzer brush, this is a good one. I tend to not really like this flat brush. I mean, it's not like a kabuki, it's just a flat bronzer brush. And I mean, it finds your cheeks things real well. And I don't have this because I just gave it to my mom, but I had their medium bronzer, and I had hit pan big time, so I just gave it to her to see if she likes bronzer, because she doesn't wear it yet. And I do highly recommend their bronzer. They have a good selection of colors. I think I had medium, and no shimmer or sparkle. So if you want just a good contour, flat bronzer, that's a good one. Blushes, I hear now they have wonderful blushes. I have not tried them scent for years. So I can't really say, and I might would even try one if I saw one I really liked now. I do have this Hot Rouge for the lips and cheeks. Didn't really care for it. Doesn't spread real well. It's too much effort for me. I've gotten several of their palettes. This is I think a sexy glamour palette. Came out one holiday, and I like it. All their palettes are real nice. I had their nude eyeshadow palette. Here's some eyeshadows. This is the old kind that were in the circle containers. Their eyeshadows are not very pigmented. It goes along with Bobbi Brown's whole concept of being natural. So if you like an eyeshadow that is just pretty much like a wash of color, two of them I've gotten recently are, this is one of their new metallic eyeshadows. It's Rockstar. It's a real pretty gray, shimmery color. I'm always on the hunt for a gray that doesn't turn blue on me, and this is one. Matter of fact, there's a matte that goes with this called Rock that I want to get eventually. But this has like no pigment. I cannot wear this on its own. I bought it with the Cream Shadow Galaxy that I like. So the two of these, if I put this down first and then put the Rockstar over it, I really like it. But they don't recommend you using Urban Decay or anything underneath these. They say to put them right on the naked lid. And I've done it both ways, and they crease both ways. But it's, you know, some days it's worth it to me. You know, I'll just put this on and this over it, and it's really pretty. Another good combo, the girl was wearing this day, is the Bellini Cream Shadow. It's a little peachier than the Painterly. And then I got this to go over it, and it's their peach, soft peach. And this really makes blue eyes pop. It's real pretty, a really natural, one of those, you know, one of those real natural days. I don't have those very often. I usually like to put color on. But anyway, real pretty. I bought both of those together. So I can somewhat recommend the eyeshadows. If you see a color you really like, just try it on. I'd say I've gotten rid of most of their eyeshadows, if that tells you anything. I think MACs are far superior. I think the gel eyeliners, Bobbi Brown's, are better. They're smoother. They are creamier. They make a prettier line. They don't drag. You don't have to keep dipping your brush as much. You know, I've got this black mauve that I have, and I had another one too, graphite, that I love, and I have thrown it away in the last couple of weeks. And it had, I'd used about half of it, and it was about, gosh, probably 4 years old, and it was just drying out, but I had not been storing it upside down. I mean, since I got into the paint pots, I had heard you should store it upside down, so that helps a lot. Let's see, the concealer. I like the concealer. I don't use it now. It seemed like it was way too heavy for me. It would, when I first put it on, and when they first put it on me, I loved it, but then the next time I looked in the mirror, there was like a bunch of cracks and lines up underneath my eyes, and I'd personally rather have dark circles than a bunch of cakey makeup underneath my eyes. But I'm going to give it another try, because I'm going to use it different this time. Instead of like really painting underneath my eyes like they recommend, I'm going to do like I do and put my foundation on, and then, you know, try to use that over. And I've used their corrector, and I like the corrector. I use the peach, and I've used their powder, and I don't care for it. I like the powder flies much, much better. Let's see. Things, I'm going to tell you things right offhand that I think are worth it. This is still going to be a two-part video, and I apologize. I've just got so much to say. But the things that I think are worth it are, let's see, I'll come right back with that. I'll leave you hanging. I'll be right back.